How's it going, everyone? This is Grievous Gabby, and today I'm talking a little bit about Battlefield 4 to some Battlefield 3 gameplay. And at the start of this gameplay I see something I love about the Battlefield 3 game, and that is people who are just completely oblivious and think they're doing something spectacularly right, and they're actually just being watched the whole time and someone's creeping up on them before they knife them. Of course there are the other fantastic moments with the vehicles, but this is just a quieter little moment that I really enjoy in the Battlefield games, especially this one, and it's always very satisfying when you actually pull it off. Now today I'm actually going to discuss Battlefield 4. Now if you didn't know, when you pre-order Medal of Honor Warfighter you get access to the Battlefield 4 beta. Now this apparently caused some confusion with people thinking that that meant Battlefield 4 might be coming out as early as March next year. This of course is certainly not the case, or I'd be shocked if it was. That's more likely the time that the beta is going to be coming out, with the game most likely coming out this time next year, or about the same time Medal of Honor Warfighter comes out this year, a year after that. Now, a lot of people have been discussing whether that's enough time to actually create this game and have it not be as bug-ridden as Battlefield 3 was on launch. Well, I think firstly, Battlefield 3 was more bug-ridden than it really would normally have been because it was co-developed with a new engine. So they were developing this engine as they were making the game. And I find that when that happens, usually the first game to come out, for example with Crytek's CryEngine 3, Crysis 2, is usually fairly buggy at first, and hopefully when the company pulls together and they actually do what they should do, the bugs are mostly patched out. Now Battlefield 3 has patched out a lot of the bugs, but some of the bugs from the beta are still present in the game from what I've seen, and they take a very long time from my experience to actually get around to actually patching the game, which is fine in one extent that they're actually making sure that they're patching it properly, but it is still an annoyance that those bugs last for so long in the game. However, I don't think this really affects the Battlefield 4 development, because the people who are working on Battlefield 3 still, doing the DLCs, etc., or just patching it, will not be working necessarily on Battlefield 4. They'll probably have two separate teams, a much smaller team for Battlefield 3, and a large team for Battlefield 4. And I don't really think it's too much to ask for a developer to actually completely develop a game in 2 years. I mean, so many developers are asked to do that, and nearly all of them are able to. It has been somewhat speculated that a larger development cycle helps create a better game, which was certainly the case with Resistance 3, which jumped from a 2-year development cycle from Resistance 1 to Resistance 2 to a 3-year cycle. Now they did have less content, but the content they had was so much more polished and just a better overall experience. So there is some argument that they should take their time, and I definitely think they should take their time, and if 2 years proves not to be enough, I'd much prefer them delay the game. However, I think 2 years really should be enough, especially for team as talented as DICE seem to be. Like, their games are absolutely phenomenal, and whilst there have been bugs in Battlefield 3, I don't remember there being massive problems with Bad Company 2 on launch, and that kind of leads me on to my last statement, as I'd kind of prefer to have seen a Bad Company 3 personally than a Battlefield 4 at this point in time, but once again I can't really complain about that. In any case, let me know what you think. Would you prefer a Bad Company 3 to a Battlefield 4? Do you think it's too soon or too short of a development cycle for another Battlefield game? Just let me know in the comments. This is Pedantic Gamer, and I hope you have enjoyed this video.